So what if we're not alone? I mean, really? For as long as we've been human, we've looked up at the stars and wondered. Well, today, that's exactly what we're diving into. The incredible, fascinating search for life beyond our world.
It really is one of the most fundamental questions you can ask, right? Are we the only ones thinking and feeling in this massive cosmic ocean? Is there anybody or anything else out there?
And look, this isn't some new obsession. For hundreds and hundreds of years, this deep, profound mystery has fueled our science, it's shaped our stories, and it's defined our place in the universe. So with a question that huge, where do you even begin?
Okay, before we get into all the talk of flying saucers and giant radio telescopes, let's just start with the absolute basics. What exactly is an alien?
It's a pretty simple definition, isn't it? A creature from a different world. But wow, from that one simple idea, our imaginations have just exploded with a whole universe of possibilities.
And that right there leads to a really fascinating thought. When we imagine aliens, what are we actually seeing?
This question really gets to the heart of it. When we dream up what aliens look like, are we genuinely trying to predict extraterrestrial biology? Or are we really just projecting our own hopes, our own anxieties, our own dreams onto this giant cosmic canvas?
No, seriously, take a second. What's the image that pops into your head when you hear the word alien? Is it the little green man? Maybe a terrifying monster? Or is it something beautiful and totally strange?
You know, our default setting is often something that looks, well, kind of like us. 2 eyes, couple of arms, couple of legs, but in a universe with basically infinite possibilities. Doesn't that seem just a little bit unlikely?
And this totally reflects our own inner conflicts. In all our stories, aliens are almost always one of two things. They're either peaceful saviors who are here to help us, or they're brutal invaders bent on destroying us. It's pretty much always E.T. versus War of the Worlds, with almost nothing in between.
But this whole fascination isn't just stuck in the pages of sci-fi books or on movie screens. For decades, stories of alleged real-world encounters have fueled a completely different kind of belief.
And in the history of UFO lore, 2 incidents really stand out. The first one, back in 1947, basically became the most famous UFO story of all time. The second, about 40 years later, is just one of the strangest things you'll ever hear.
And of course, we have to start with the Roswell incident. On one side, you've got the official story from the US military, which kind of changed over time. First, they said it was a weather balloon. Later, they said it was a top-secret spy project. But in the super tense, secretive vibe of the early Cold War, a very different story took root. A story of a crashed flying saucer, alien bodies recovered, and a massive government cover-up. It literally became the blueprint for modern mythology.
And then you get this totally bizarre case from Australia with the Knowles family. They reported seeing this strange, flashing light that lifted their entire car off the road. And when it dropped them, the inside of the car was filled with this fine black powder and a terrible smell. The weirdest part? The police later confirmed it. They found the dust, the smell, and even these small dents in the roof of the car. It's just a truly puzzling mystery.
Okay, but beyond the rumors and the really strange encounters, there's a whole other search happening. A much more methodical, scientific one.
This is the work of organizations like the SETI Institute. Now, SETI stands for the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and its mission is, well, incredibly ambitious, to explore and understand the very origin and nature of life in the entire universe.
So how do they even do that? Well, as part of a massive new project, SETI's astronomers are going to use 28 of these gigantic radio telescopes placed all around the world to scan the entire sky for the first time ever. I mean, it is a colossal undertaking.
But here's the crucial thing. They're not looking for little spaceships. Instead, they're searching for something called techno-signatures, basically the subtle, indirect clues that a technologically advanced civilization might leave behind.
So what does that actually mean? Well, it means they're hunting for things that just shouldn't occur naturally. Things like weird chemicals in a planet's atmosphere, or huge amounts of oxygen that could really only come from some kind of biology, maybe hints of artificial structures, or even concentrated beams of light from alien lasers.
And what's amazing is that this isn't some fringe idea anymore. As the pioneering SETI scientist Jill Tarter puts it, this whole search has moved out of the world of science fiction and is now becoming an accepted, almost mainstream part of actual science.
And all of this brings us to the final part of our journey today, where the search for aliens really forces us to turn around and ask some of the biggest questions about ourselves.
This leads us straight to the famous Fermi paradox.
I mean, when you think about the billions of galaxies out there, each with billions of stars, the odds of life existing somewhere else seem pretty high. So the question is, where is everybody? This deep, cosmic silence is a huge mystery all by itself.
And this question sparks a really fierce debate among scientists. Is it a good idea to be shouting into the cosmic jungle? Announcing our presence to anyone who might be listening? Or is it safer to just listen quietly, since we have absolutely no idea if our potential neighbors would be friendly?
And just take a second and imagine we succeed. We find them. The knowledge that we are not alone could be the single most unifying event in all of human history. But at the same time, it could create brand new divisions, panic, arguments over how to respond, and profound challenges to some of our oldest beliefs.
And this is where we're going to leave it. Which discovery would ultimately be more shocking? Finding out that the universe is teeming with intelligent civilizations, or learning that in all of this vast, silent emptiness, we are utterly and completely alone? What would either one of those answers mean for the future of humanity?